For practice today, I want to keep a little bit with David's theme. I was kind of thinking the obla-di-obla-da, but a little bit on a deeper level of just feeling good in our bodies. And that's really what I want to offer to you all today. So sometimes feeling good means pushing yourself, right? Holding a pose is a little more challenging so you can feel the intensity and that muscular feedback. Sometimes it's softening and not going as deep in a pose because it feels better to your body to relax into it. So today I really want you to play with that spectrum of enjoying each pose and even the transitions. So if that means you switch it up different than you usually do. If that means you bring your knees down, if that means you don't do a chaturanga, or if that means instead of doing a down dog, you do some cat-cows. Really listen to your body and search for some enjoyment or at least a little bit of pleasure in each and every pose and movement. So with that, let's get started. Find a comfortable seat on your mat. That can be on the ground, it can be on a block, it can be kneeling, whatever will allow you to sit here comfortably. And then close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall so you have space for your lungs to expand. And begin to breathe deeply in through the nose, out through the nose. And we'll start this morning simply with the breath. So very intentionally drawing the air in, using the muscles in the back of your throat. Filling yourself up as much as you possibly can in this moment. Noticing that fullness and then emptying yourself out. All the exhale out through the nose until you feel empty. And as you're focusing on your breath this morning, notice where it's physically located within your body. So perhaps you feel the breath really isolated in one area. Maybe it feels expansive. Perhaps it feels hard to tune into this morning. So without judgment, you're just noticing the breath, feeling around, experiencing. On your next inhale, take in a deeper breath than you've taken so far. Once you're full, hold full at the top. Holding for as long as you comfortably can. And then exhale, release out the mouth, let a sigh go. Good. Again, like that huge breath in, filling yourself up. Once you're full, hold full. Maybe holding an extra moment and then exhale out the mouth, let it release. Do that 3 more times at your own pace, stretching both the inhale, stretching the inhale, the hold, and the exhale. There's no rush, but after your third round, come back to that basic Ujjayi breath in through the nose, out through the nose. And start to weave in some movement here. So it could be as subtle as rolling through the neck and shoulders. Perhaps opening, closing the jaw, or twisting side to side. There's really no wrong way to shift and move. It's just feeling into your body, waking up a little bit this morning. Kind of like to think of this time as if you have an animal at home. They'll wake up in the morning and do some random stretches that obviously feel right to their body. And just embodying that here. Whatever random stretches feel good to your body, taking a moment for that. A few more breaths. And then coming back through center, finishing up with the movements that you're playing with. If you're sitting up on a prop, come down off of it. We're going to extend the left leg forward. Right foot's actually going to come up knee bent. So we have a few options here. We're moving into a spinal twist. Option one, knee is bent and you're going to twist towards that leg. Option two, you cross the leg over the thigh, twisting towards the leg. Option three is you fold the bottom leg under, move a little bit deeper across the elbow over the thigh. And if you need to go deeper still, the forearm reaches down towards the sit bone, and that will increase the stretch. So take a deep breath in if you're not already in the pose, lengthening up. And then exhale, use your breath to move into the twist. Good. Breathing deeply here. So with each inhale, you feel the spine still growing longer, lengthening the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Good. Exhale, you feel that connection back to your center, to your core, kindly guiding you deeper into the spinal twist. Notice if you're cranking your neck to move deeper, situate the chin so it's stacked over the chest. So your twist is rather guided from your center, from your belly button, not your head. Yeah, good shift. 3 more breaths, finding space as you lengthen up. And then inhale, come back through center. We're going to keep the left leg extended. So if it's folded and extend it forward. Right foot's going to come to the inside of the thigh and we're going to work the basic forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up nice and tall. Exhale, hinging from the hips, fold over that left leg. It's not about how deep you can go, it's about feeling that first edge of the stretch. So if your hands are resting right next to your thigh, rest them next to your thigh. If your hands are resting next to the shin, go for that. Maybe reaching the toes, but it's not about reaching the toes here. I love when people tell me they can't do yoga and they're not good at yoga, and I'm like, there's no such thing. It's just about feeling into your body, tuning into that first edge of resistance, and then softening around it. So direct your breath into sensation, see if you can soften more into the stretch. Relax your neck and shoulders. A few more breaths here. Activate the feet. So you're spreading the toes. There's still energy running out through the leg. once you ease your way back up out of the folds, you come into a modified Vashisthasana. So bring your right hand back behind you. Propping up onto your right knee, you're going to lift up and open, coming into this little reclined pose, opening to the heart and belly. Yeah, it should feel pretty good as a counter to those stretches we did at folding forward. One more inhale here, create more space in the chest and belly. Exhale, roll your way back down to a seated position, and we'll simply switch sides. So right leg extends forward, left foot bends, or left knee rather, bends. Taking a breath here, and then moving into our twist, either crossing the leg over top, maybe folding that bottom leg under, taking the depth that works for you. Inhale to lengthen up, exhale to transition into the twist. Good. Using that inhale to find more space along the spinal line. Use the exhale to connect back into your center, your core, so you're not pushing into the twist, but allowing that twist to occur. And then with your eyes closed, simply notice what sensations are present, where you feel this in the body. Notice also if you're holding tension somewhere. Oftentimes we hold tension in the shoulders, the jaw, the hips. Check in with those areas, see if you can release a layer or two. Inhale, unwind, coming back to face the front of the room. Take that left foot to the inside of the right thigh, setting up for our forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up nice and tall. Exhale, hinging from just the hips. Start to fold forward, and it could be a subtle tilt, and your hands support you. Or perhaps you fold all the way down, resting the chest and belly on the thigh. And really anywhere in between those two extremes, you'll find your version of this pose. Feel for where you can melt a little bit more. Especially first thing in the morning, I think the key here really is to allow our body to slowly move into these poses. Soften your neck and shoulders. Allow for that ease to settle in as you hang out for a little bit longer. Where can you let go just a little bit more? Keep softening here. And now ease your way up out of the forward folds. Prop your way up onto that left knee, left hand back behind you. On your inhale, lift up, open up, feeling for space in the front body. Maybe all the way up to the shoulder, chest area. Create a little more space in the belly by leaning back. Yeah, that's it. Nice, David. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, slowly roll your way back down. And we'll come all the way onto our back, setting up for core work. Make sure you have your block nearby, since I have no idea where they hit the rolled up mats. It's a mystery. It only took me a year to get them down here. All right, take hold of that prop. Place it middle width in between your thighs, snug up towards the pubic bone. Now I'm going to keep my feet on the ground, but the rest of y'all lift your legs up to the sky. So the goal here is to move to your legs being straight. Doesn't matter if you ever get there, that's just the concept. So if that's pulling on your low back or hamstrings, bend your knees to 90-degree angles. If that's too much still, release your heels towards the sit bones. If that's too much still, you can work with me with your feet on the ground. Interlace the hands back behind your head. Take a huge breath into the belly and low back. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze strongly around your prop. Exhale, lift head and shoulders away from the ground. Squeeze your prop a second time. Yes, pull low belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze your prop. Exhale, head and shoulder blades lift. Yes. Squeeze a little bit more, pull low belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders, spread through the belly. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze the prop. Exhale, head and shoulders lift, shoulder blades lift. Awesome, Shannon. Pull low belly down. Good. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more. Good, David. Pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Adding on here, 3-part twisting abs. Take a deep breath in. Hold that breath. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a second time. Pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders up. If you let them down, lift them back up. Yep. Deep breath in. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Good. Inhale, torso back to center. Keep shoulder blades up. Squeeze a second time. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Yep. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, torso to center. Keep shoulder blades lifted. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, reach legs higher. Reach torso higher. Nice, Emma. Pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. All right, take an extra breath just because I'm feeling nice this morning. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders lifted. Squeeze your prop. Tuck tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Good, Mike. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, torso to center. Squeeze your prop. Tuck tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale to center. Squeeze your prop. Tuck tailbone. Exhale, elbows lift higher. Legs lift higher. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. And inhale, release. We have one more round. Stay with me. Get your legs back up. You can always bend the knees. All right, deep breath in. Hold that breath. Tuck tailbone. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders lifted. Squeeze your prop. Tuck tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards the left thigh. Yes. Squeeze a little more. See if you can lift the left shoulder blade up. Pull belly down. Inhale, torso to center. Squeeze your prop. Tuck tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards the right thigh. Keep both shoulder blades lifted. Pull belly down. Inhale to center. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, reach legs as high as you can. Reach torso as high as you can. Pull belly down. Nice. Inhale, release. This time, set your prop aside. Arms out to the sides, either in goalposts or in a T. Walk your feet about mat width apart, and we'll just do some windshield wiper legs, also known as butterfly on a rock. Your exhale, lower knees to one side. Inhale, draw them back through center. Exhale to the other side. So you're getting into a little rhythm with your breath here. If it feels really good to stay, then stay. Just a few more breaths, releasing the belly and back body. And coming back through center, moving into star spiraling pose, named after a Joni Mitchell song. Pick up your feet, knees stacked over your hips. This time knees are bent at 90-degree angles or less. Interlace the hands behind your head, and then shift your fingers over one position so you're clasping in your non-habitual way. This can also be done with the feet on the ground, so that's another option. Take a deep breath in here. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulder blades lift. Take a deep breath in here. Hold the breath, tuck tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach right heel straight up towards the ceiling. Hold belly down. Inhale, turn the right toes inward. Exhale, pulse the right leg. 3 little lifts using the low abdominals. Draw the low belly down. Yep. Inhale, bend both knees, come back to center. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Head and shoulders are lifted. Tuck tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach left heel straight up towards the ceiling. Pull belly down. Inhale, turn the toes inward towards center line. Exhale, pulse. 3 little lifts, reaching that leg to the sky. Pull low belly down. Yes, inhale, bend both knees, come back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards the left thigh. Reach right heel straight up towards the ceiling. Pull belly down. Inhale, turn toes inward. Exhale, pulse. 3 little lifts. Pull low belly down. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Bend both knees, curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach left heel straight up toward the ceiling. Pull belly down. Inhale, turn left toes inward. Exhale, pulse. 3 little lifts. Good. Draw belly down. Inhale, back to center, bending both knees. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Right heel goes straight up toward the ceiling. Pull belly down. Inhale, turn toes in. Exhale, pulse. 3 little lifts. Pull belly down. Back through center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach left heel straight to the sky. Turn toes in. Then pulse. So there's a bunch of little movements. Try not to move beyond my teaching. Pull belly down. Inhale, back to center. We're going to do one more round. I invite you to stay with my voice on these movements. It will make it more intense. Keep head and shoulders up. Take a deep breath in. Hold that breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach right leg straight up to the sky. Inhale, turn right toes inward. Exhale, pulse. 3 little lifts without jerking. Now draw the belly down. Inhale, bend both knees back to center. Hold that breath in. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach up through the left heel. Pull belly down. Now inhale, turn toes in. Now exhale, 3 little lifts without jerking. Through that left leg. Now pull the low belly down. And inhale, release. Reach your legs towards the front of the room. Extend your arms overhead. Do a little full body taffy stretch here. And then release your arms to your sides. Moving into our bridge pose. Bend your knees to 90-degree angles. Make sure your block is reachable here. Knees stacked directly over your heels. Feet are about hip width apart. On your inhale, peel your spine away from the mat, lifting into bridge. So really rooting down to the feet, lifting up to the hips, fill the torso up with breath. So all those areas that just contracted to support your core now have an opportunity to reopen. Take hold of your prop, place it tallest height underneath your hips. It can comfortably be placed. So for each of us, that may be different. Still rooting your feet strongly into the earth. Shift that left foot about 2 inches towards center line. So closer towards the right leg. And on your next inhale, extend the right leg up to the sky. Spread the right toes, press down through the left foot, reach up through the right leg. So you've got these opposite directions that your legs are moving in. Now this may feel like a lot in and of itself. If that's the case for you, stay right here. If you need a little bit deeper, place your right hand on the right thigh, shift your right thigh out to the right about 2 or 3 inches, and then start to draw the right leg in closer towards the right shoulder. Keep your leg straight. You can use that right hand as resistance to press your thigh into, which can help go deeper into this hamstring stretch. 3 more breaths wherever you are. Perfect. Exhale, lower the right foot all the way down to the mat. Root down through both feet, readjust your block if needed. And then right foot stays rooted, maybe shifting it a few inches towards center line. Inhale, left leg extends up to the sky. Press down through the right foot as you reach up through the left. So you've got these muscular actions going through both legs. And then you have that option to shift the leg out to the left slightly. Press the left hand and the thigh back into your hand, moving deeper into this hamstring stretch. It can also be a nice quad stretch in the right thigh, depending on where you're tighter. One more full breath here. And then exhale, ease that left foot back down to the earth. Remove your prop. You're going to take 3 more breaths and bridge here. Really filling up the chest and belly with your breath, with your awareness. Exhale, tuck tailbone, slowly roll your spine down to the earth, lowering upper, mid, and lower back to the earth. Once your hips touch, you have a few options. You can simply press the thighs away with your hands for some back traction. You can hug your knees into your chest, rocking it side to side. You can even come into a Supta Baddha Konasana if that feels good, letting the hips open a bit here. Just a few breaths to release the back body. And rolling over onto your left side. Use your arms to press your way up to a seat. And come all the way forward onto forearms and knees, setting up for our Dolphin Pose. So, we're going to set up all together today because we're going to do a few different variations. You're going to grab hold of the opposite upper arms with your hands here. And that just establishes the distance between your elbows. They should be directly under your shoulders with that set up. Take the forearms, place them down on the mat, parallel to one another, and then flip your palms so they're facing the sky. All right, your goal in this variation is to reach your thumbs down towards the ground. Now what's going to happen is the palms are going to continue to turn inward. Resist that, and it may be successful, it may not, by reaching the thumbs towards the earth. So take a deep breath into the back of the heart. On your exhale, tuck tailbones, lift your hips up to the sky for dolphin. Now it's more important to have a straight spine than it is to have straight legs, so knees can be bent as much as needed here. Continue to reach the thumbs towards the earth so you've got this external rotation going. Yes, awesome. And then really activate the core so your hips are extending high towards the sky. Yes, that was a good lift. Feeling for even more space around the neck and shoulders. Four more breaths here, stay with it. Keep spreading the palms, thumbs, reaching towards the ground. Let your head go. Yeah. Last inhale, maybe the hips lift a little bit higher. Good version, Joanne. Exhale, lower your knees to the ground. We'll take a few breaths back in child's pose. Hips towards heels. If that bothers your knees or hip joints, keep your knees elevated, or rather your hips elevated over the knees. Few deep breaths here. And then moving into our basic dolphin pose. Shift back forward onto your forearms. This time flip your palms back over so they're facing the ground, or for additional shoulder support, you can clasp your hand at the top of the mat. Huge breath into the back of the heart. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up to the sky for dolphin. This time, bend your knees a little bit, tiptoe the toes in closer to your elbows, lift the hips higher to the sky. Yes. So you're working to be perpendicular with the ground. On your next inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. Good. Spread your toes, reach this leg long, then reach it higher. Yes. So ideally, your weight is shifting more and more into the arms, using the core to lift up so you're not sinking anywhere in this pose. Good, good, Ken. Exhale, lower the left leg, keep your knees lifted. Yeah, you can always take a break if you need it. Inhale, right leg extends to the sky. Good, good, Brenda. Spread your toes, feel the strength that's present in this pose. Good, keep letting the head hang. Take one more inhale, maybe the leg lifts a little bit higher. And then exhale, ease your foot back down. You're not done with dolphin yet. 2 more breaths in dolphin. Exhale, knees to the earth, child's pose. This time you're gonna walk your hands over to the left. Hips are gonna shift to the right. We're gonna take a few breaths here, really expanding into the right side body. As you feel ready, walk your hands to center and all the way over to the right, opening up along this left side body. Hands walk back to center line, hips all the way to heels as long as that feels okay. Arms reach forward. We'll take a few last breaths in our child's pose. Tuning back into that intention of feeling good in these poses. And inhale, ease your way up to hands and knees. And start to move a little here, cat-cow. If it feels better, you can take some hip circles. You can even venture into your first down dog. And all the way through to your first up dog, if that feels good. Just a few more breaths. Over the next 3 or so breaths, make your way back to our first downward facing dog of the practice. Tucking toes under, hips reaching up and back. Torso pressing towards chins. Feeling into this inversion. Yeah. Now everyone, stress your neck out as much as you possibly can. Look forward at your hands, stress it out, and then do the opposite. Let your head just hang. Yeah, there you go. That helps a little bit. You guys all have super tight necks, so really focus on releasing through the neck and shoulders here. We'll take a few more breaths. Deep breath in and down, dog. Exhale, step or hop your way to the top of your mat, arriving in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale to fold it back in. And we're going to hang here for a few breaths. Interlace hand and opposite elbow. Let gravity traction up the spine. Deepen you into your hamstrings. This is pulling on your low back and hamstrings in a way that doesn't feel good. Keep your knees bent. Release the arms. Inhale for that spinal extension, halfway lift. Head follows rather than leads. Exhale, fold it back in. This time come all the way up to standing. Arms reach overhead. Yeah, nice, Brenda. Exhale, hands to heart center. Classical suns. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, fold forward into Uttanasana. Slow and controlled. Inhale, step left foot back for a lunge. And always add padding under that left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, opening up to the chest and belly. If that feels like too much, hands can always rest on this right thigh instead. We'll stay here for a few breaths, opening this front body, opening up the quadricep. Good. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back to plank pose as an upper push-up position. Knees can stay lifted so you're in a plank, or knees can come down for support. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog, lifting through the heart. Beautiful. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Inhale to step left foot forward. Low lunge on this side. Torso lifts with that inhale. One or both arms can extend to the sky, finding the version that works for you. Now soften your shoulders. Exhale, hands to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms reach tall. Yes, exhale, hands to heart center. Flowing through this, inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold to Uttanasana. Knees can bend as you dive. Inhale, right foot back lunge. Keep that inhale going, lift and open to the torso. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank. Your choice, you can go directly to down dog or flow with me to that vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart. Excellent. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, lunge. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to the mat, forward fold. Drawing into the belly, come all the way up, arms reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold to Uttanasana. Inhale, step left foot back, lunge. Keep that inhale going, open it up. Maybe a little back bend if that feels good. Exhale, hands to the earth. Plank pose. Either down dog or chaturanga, move with your breath. Inhale, open the heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, we'll all meet up in that down dog. Inhale, left foot forward, lunge. Deep breath to lift and open. Good, exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, arms reaching tall. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do one more round. Beautiful breathing, inhale, re-extend. Exhale, dive, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Keep that inhale going, open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank. Chaturanga or down dog, move with your breath. If you're in chaturanga, open the heart, up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Keep the inhale going, open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale to rise up, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Mountain pose, close your eyes, rest your arms by your sides. Take a few breaths here, just feeling in this moment. Remembering that intention, making any adjustments in this pose to address that. Make yourself a little more comfortable. Keep your eyes closed, float your arms up to the sky. So you're nice and tall. Exhale, you can keep your eyes closed or open them, sit back into a chair pose, Utkatasana. So knees are bent here, torso lifting tall. Good. Soften the shoulders even here. Maybe sit a little bit deeper because you can. Yes. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale, fold back in. We're going to hang out here for a few breaths. So you can simply release the arms towards the ground. You could grab hold of the big toes with the first two fingers of the hands. Or last option, you can take a gorilla pose, walking the palms of your hands under the soles of your feet. Whichever version you've selected will take about 3 more breaths. Release through the hands. Inhale for a halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale, place your hand on the mat and simply step back to plank pose. Hold. Core is strong. Tuck through the tailbone so you feel your abdominals engage. You have the option to bring your knees down to the ground. Exhale, lower as slowly as you can. Chaturanga. Hug the elbows in towards your torso. Once you get down to a 90-degree angle at the elbows, scoop the chest through for cobra or up dog. Draw the shoulders back, lift through the heart. Good, exhale, there you go, to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and down dog. Exhale out the mouth. Yes, let's do that again. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, float the left leg up to the sky. Spread your toes, reach this leg long. And then see if you can go a little bit higher just because. Yes. Exhale, slowly draw the left knee into your chest. Set your foot down softly. Keep the back knee lifted. So both toes, sets of toes are pointing forward. Inhale, sweep the arms back behind you so you're hovering above this left thigh. Lots of action happening in the legs here. Shoulder blades hug towards spine. Inhale, rise up. Arms reach to the sky. Yeah. Crescent lunge. Taking a moment here, feeling into this pose. Lance Dodger. Bring the right hand behind the head. Left arm comes behind your back. So you're going to press the forearm into the low back, but you're going to press it down so you create more space in the spine. On your inhale, lift up more through the heart. On your exhale, start to lean back, opening through this front body. Rest the head into your hand. We'll take a few more breaths here. Inhale, torso comes back upright, moving into a spinal twist. Re-extend both arms to the sky. Bring your left hand down to the thigh. Reach up and over towards the left with that right arm, creating more space. And then you have two options. Option one, hook the right elbow over the left thigh for a prayer twist. Option two, bring the right hand down to the ground, left hand to your thigh, or reaching up to the sky. If the ground feels far away, place your block under your hand. So you're bringing the ground up to you, reaching that left arm to the sky. Yeah. Shoulder blade pulls back, lift through the chest. Can draw the left shoulder blade onto the spine more, yeah. Or towards the spine, rather. Take one more inhale here, lifting through the heart. Exhale, bring both hands down to the ground. You have the option, standing splits or basic forward fold. So standing splits, you're going to shift the weight to the left foot. Right leg is going to reach up to the sky. Basic forward fold, left foot is going to, or right foot rather, is going to step in to meet the left. Wherever you've chosen to be, stay with your breath and fuse it into your pose. Yes. Option two, wrap that left forearm around the left calf. Draw your way deeper into this fold. Beautiful. One more inhale here. Exhale, set the right foot down about 3 feet behind the left. Inhale, come all the way upright with the torso. Setting up for pyramid pose, Parsvakonasana. So, squaring the hips to the front of the room. Torso is tall. On your exhale, hinging from the hips, you're going to start to fold forward. Hands can rest on the quad here, maybe the shin, maybe bringing them all the way down to blocks or the earth, folding over that left leg. Now the key of this pose is to keep a straight, balanced spine. So you want to continue to pull that left sit bone, or hip bone rather, up and back, right hip bone forward and down. Imagine you can balance a tray of cheese on your low back. Maybe even like fancy, fancy glasses. Holding a bunch of liquid. Just balancing on your sacrum. Yeah, so left hip bone keeps going up and back, right hip bone going forward and down. Breathing into the hamstring. Few more breaths here, working to soften. That's it. Bend into your left knee. We're going to come into a Ardha Chandrasana. So right foot picks up, bend the right knee. Hug it in towards the chest. Inhale, open up so that your right hip stacks over the left. Right leg opens up, right arm opens up. If the ground feels too far away, once again, place a block under your hand. If there's a different version of this pose you prefer, like the bind, you're welcome to take it. It's also a balancing pose, so if you fall in and out of it, that's totally perfect as well. Exhale, right hand to hip. Set the right foot down to the back of your mat. Windmill your arms arms up, warrior two. So your feet should be about 3 to 4 feet apart. Left knee bending about 90-degree angle, facing towards the window side of the room with the torso. Yes. Soften through the shoulders. Connect into that strong, fluid breath. Reverse warrior, flip the left palm to the sky. Exhale, right hand to hip, reach up and back, opening this left side body. Keep drawing the left knee towards the front of the room. Breathing into the space you're creating. Yes, awesome breathing. Moving into a neck stretch, just the left arm reaches forward towards the front of the room. Hang the head heavy towards the right shoulder. Breathe into this left side of the neck. Awesome breathing. Reach through the left hand, come back up, warrior two. Straighten out the left leg for triangle pose. You may want to shorten the stance a bit here. Reach the left arm as far forward as you can and down, either placing it on your shin, a block, or the earth. Right arm extends to the sky. And if at any point these arms extending to the sky bothers your shoulders, you can always bring your hand to your hip instead. Left leg is straight unless you've had a hamstring injury, in which case your knee is bent. Opening through the chest here. Breathing into sensation as you open up. Exhale, bend the left knee. Bring both hands all the way down to the ground. Lower the right knee down to the earth. Add some padding if you need. Bring your hands up to that left thigh. Then start to walk that left foot forward, shifting your hips forward. Getting a little bit into the quad here. Hip flexor. So this may feel like a lot's happening. If that's the case, stay. If you don't feel much, back out of the pose. Turn this into lunge, H to the B. Start to draw the heel towards the glutes, still shifting the hips forward. Going to a depth that works for you. You do not have to push this. It's about feeling into that first edge of resistance and breathing with it. Let's take an exhale out the mouth. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Yeah. Let's do that again. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And your next exhale, release the right foot if you haven't. Coming into Ardha Hanumanasana or full Hanumanasana. You're going to start to shift the weight back over the right knee. Straighten out the left leg. So all of you are framing this left foot, or left leg rather, with your hands. So don't follow me. You're just folding over the left leg. If you'd like to work towards that full splits, you're going to start to inch the legs further apart, reaching the legs towards the front and the back of the room. You can always place your hands on blocks or a block under your thigh to help support that. Take about 4 more breaths wherever you are. Where can you soften even in this intensity? And always exhale out the mouth. Last full breath here. Now, if you're pretty close to the earth, you can simply roll over onto that left sit bone and carefully with your hands bend your knees. If you're far from the earth, you're going to start to bend the left knee and make your way carefully back to a down dog. So take your time. If you'd like a vinyasa between down dogs, you can. If you'd like some cat-cow, you can take that. Over the next few breaths, we'll all meet up in downward facing dog. Let's take a collective deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Yeah. Awesome. Do one more like that. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg extends to the sky. Reach the side long. Then, keeping the knee as straight as you can, see if the leg can go a little bit higher. Awesome, Brenda. On your exhale, hug your knee into your chest. Set the foot down softly, setting up with both sets of toes pointing forward. Squeeze the inner thighs together so they're strong and engaged. Getting those adductor muscles activated. Inhale, reach the arms back behind you. Hover above this right quad. Squeeze the shoulder blades onto your back so your scapula starts to work here. And then inhale, rise up. Arms extend to the sky, coming into your lunge. Soften through the shoulders. Take a few breaths in Crescent Lunge. Just feeling into this pose. There's a lot happening here. Can you embrace the intensity? Lance dodge your left hand behind your head. Right arm comes behind the back. Forearms going to press down to create more space in the low spine. And then now start to lean back, opening more through the chest and belly. Fill this front body up with breath. Yes, you've all got it. Keep breathing into the front body. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, torso comes back up. Re-extend the arms to the sky. Setting up for a spinal twist. Right hand onto the thigh. Reach up and over with the left hand just to create a little more space. And then transition into your spinal twist. Either hooking the left elbow over the thigh for a prayer twist, or left hand to the ground or your block. Right arm either reaching to the sky or hand on the thigh for support. Torso is long. Yeah, if there's a different version your body feels better in, take that. Connect with the inhale to lift through the heart. Connect with your core on the exhale. See if there's a little more space to shift deeper. Exhale, lower both hands to the ground. Moving into standing splits, shift the weight into the right foot. Inhale, left leg extends to the sky. The other option is a basic forward fold, stepping both feet in the top of your mat. Folding over one or both legs here. If your left leg is extended, reach it up so that it's not a drag on the body, but it's energetic. Perhaps wrapping that right forearm behind the calf to draw you deeper into the stretch. Awesome. 2 more breaths here. Exhale, step the left foot about 3 feet behind the right. Come all the way upright. Pyramid pose. So, check out your hips. Naturally, the right hip's going to be behind the left because the left hip's going to be behind the right because your hip is back and foot is back. Draw the hip forward. So you're square to the mat. On your exhale, hinge from your hips. Keep the hips even as you fold over that right leg. Hands can come to the thigh, shin, blocks, or the ground. Balance out this pose like you've got a tray of your favorite drinks, just resting on your sacrum. You don't want to spill them. So left hip continues to pull forward and down, right hip continues to pull up and back. It's a very subtle shift, but it's that directional movement. Breathe into the hamstrings. At any point it feels like it's cramping, bend the right knee to take pressure out of those right hamstrings. Ardha Chandrasana, bend into the right knee. Walk your hands forward, right hand at the outer diagonal of the right foot, and the left leg lifts up, left arm lifts to the sky. Stacking the left hip over the right, opening the chest to this left side of the room. Activate through that left leg so the toes are spreading, lifting its own weight. Last inhale here. Exhale, left hand to hip, slowly step the left foot to the back of your mat, warrior two, rising up. Exhale, ease into your warrior, right knee bent towards 90 degrees, arms parallel-ish to the ground. Soften through the shoulders, find your breath. Reverse warrior, flip the right palm to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back. Left hand on your hip or working its way down that left leg. Breathe into this right side body. Yes, beautiful. Next stretch, reach the right arm towards the front of the room. Head hangs heavy towards the left shoulder. You can move the lower jaw a little bit to increase the stretch, or even reposition where your hand is placed to deepen the stretch of the neck and shoulder. Reach through the right arm, come back up, warrior two. Straighten out the right leg for triangle. You may want to shorten your stance a bit. Reach the right arm as far as you can forward and then down. Hand on the shin, quad, block, or earth. Left arm extends to the sky. Breathe into the space that's available in this pose. Awesome breathing. Keep that going, full and complete breath. Exhale, bend the right knee. Windmill hands all the way to the mat. Adding some extra padding under the right knee if you'd like. Lower that right knee down to the ground. Hands come up to the right quad. We're moving deeper into this quadricep. Start to inch that left, or rather right foot forward, shifting your hips towards the ground. So that's option one. If you'd like to go deeper, back out of the lunge, bend the left knee, draw the heel towards the glutes. Using your hands, so it's not about stretching the hand or stressing the hamstring here. It's about stretching the quad. Breathing here. Still lifting the chest, so you're not collapsing in the front body. Good. Take a collective sigh, take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good. One more deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Last breath here. Release the back foot if you haven't. Come into splits or half splits by straightening out that right leg, folding the torso forward as that half splits version. And I failed to mention on the first side, but you can play around with how you position this right foot. If you flex the foot toward your shin, that can increase the stretch in the calf muscle. If you point the foot forward, maybe getting deeper into the hamstring and the shin bone, the muscles that surround that area. Or playing around with full splits, legs inch as far apart as they can. Hands are on the ground or a block, breathing here. About 5 more breaths wherever you are. And always exhale out the mouth. If breath is hard to come by in this pose, that means you're too deep. Shift out of the pose slightly. Two more breaths. Working to soften. Alright, start to ease your way out of that pose. We'll take one final down dog, so you're welcome to think of vinyasa or some cat-cows if you'd like. All meeting up in our final down dog for practice. Take a deep breath in and down dog. Exhale, step or hop through to a seat. And continue to roll all the way down onto your back. Grabbing any clothing or props that would make yourself more comfortable. Let's do that full body stretch here once again. So arms reach overhead, legs extend to the front of the room. Just pulling yourself apart. And then exhale, bend your knees. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock them a little side to side. Right foot plants onto the ground. Knee is bent. Cross your left ankle over the right thigh, coming into this figure 4 or reclined pigeon, whatever you'd like to call the pose. Now if you feel a stretch in your hip here with the foot on the ground, stay. And just simply press the left thigh away. If you don't feel much, pick up the right leg, hug the right leg in towards the chest, either grabbing hold of the shin or the hamstrings with both hands. Left knee is pressing forward, increasing that hip stretch. To add the back release version, reach the sit bones to the ground so you feel your spine lengthening as well. And switch sides, moving at your own pace, taking this hip and back stretch on the opposite side. Once you feel balanced, or more or less balanced, transition into your final relaxation, Shavasana. If your body is still craving a pose or a movement, take the time to complete that. And we'll all meet up in Shavasana, arms by the sides, lunge, resting on the earth. If there's a different final relaxation pose you prefer, you're welcome to take that instead. Wherever you are, though, letting the breath fall back to its natural cadence. Allow your body to be held here. Resting. Surrendering for these last few minutes of class. hands back to heart center. Just taking a moment here to thank yourself, your body, this time.